Hello, welcome to Mama's Kitchen. Today we're going to cook yam pottage, which some people call it yam porridge, and in Nigeria they call it Asaro. In Ghana they call it poto. So with all my ingredients ready here, ready to go, just stay with me and I'm going to take you through this. And I'm cooking this using our Thermomix. So I'm trying to teach you how to use our Thermomix to cook yam pottage. Right, so we've got some ingredients here that I'm just quickly going to show you. I used 2 big red peppers here, which they call pottage, and then some hot pepper, chilies, as you know, and garlic, ginger, and we got garlic. I usually use fresh tomatoes and 1 fresh onion and some plum tomatoes. So all this I've already done that in our Thermomix. So we blend this in the Thermomix, and after blending it for 2 minutes in the Thermomix, I use this to cover it and cook it in the Thermomix. And this is one thing that I love so much about my Thermomix, because you can cook this pepper in it without it splashing everywhere. That's why you got this to cover it. It prevents it splashing everywhere. With those of you who do this, who make this, you would understand where I'm coming from, because when you boiling your pepper on the cooker, you find out that it starts splashing everywhere. So this is all done. I blend it 2 minutes in the Thermomix. I didn't need to wash any blender or wash anything. I cooked it inside, so I don't need to do it in a pot. And once it's all done now, I cooked it for 15 to 20 minutes. I'm just going to show you this now. So there we go. That's the pepper. All this we had here already made in the Thermomix. So once we've done that, to rinse this, because we are going to cook our yam pottage in it. So I'm just going to put it back straight on the Thermomix. So now that we've got all the pepper ready made here, is boiled down. So remember, your ingredients for this is the 2 sweet peppers, the 2 chili, the plum, we've got the 1 fresh tomatoes, ginger, and about 4 garlic cloves, and a fresh onion. And this is all the one that I've boiled here. Boil it in, you can blend it in here for 2 minutes and boil it down. And while you boil it, don't forget to put your splash lid on into the Thermomix and boil it for between 15 to 20 minutes. Now you got the yam. This is our yam peeled already peeled. And as you can see, I didn't need to cut it so much. That is the advantage I have of using the Thermomix to actually cook this. So this will be just about, so that's just 1 full yam. And like I said, you don't need to cut them into too much pieces, as you can see. Put your pepper sauce that you've done. So I'm just going to add that to this. That would be about 6 spoons of that. And I'm going to add onto this tomato puree. So this is tomato puree, and I'm going to put my tomato puree in there. So I need just about 4 spoons. which I've got here. Depending on which type of tomato puree you use, we try to cook this from scratch. I use the Gino or the Sierra, and we got here. You can tell I'm married to a Lagosian because in where my husband come from, if you don't put sugar into your yam, it's not sweet. So we put a little bit of sugar in there. This is just about a tablespoon, and I'm just going to add on a bit of all-purpose seasoning. So that's there, and you can use sunflower oil, you can use, but I tend to like using olive oil. So just a bit of olive oil. Okay, and then we're going to cover this. And we're just going to give it 20 minutes on speed 2. So we put this on Veroma heat at 20 minutes on speed 2. So you need to remember to put this on a reverse blade, and to do that there is a little blade sign on the Thermomix, and all you do is you press that and that says reverse enabled, and with that you can now put it on 2 because you don't want it to blend the yam. So as you can hear, the Thermomix is done. So whenever you hear that noise, that's the Thermomix done. And as you can see, because we had a little bit too much, so always make sure that it's not too full. Yeah, so that's why we've got this bit over it, but that is fine. If it's too much, sometimes you can also use the splash cover, but this is fine. I'm just going to see what we have here. Oh, this is lovely, and you can see, for those of you who like your yam in your asaro or the yam porridge or pottage, you can see how the poto, you can see. So this is ready. So 20 minutes in the Thermomix and it's all done. So I think everything is done now, because I've got a very nice goat casserole in the oven to serve with this. Oh, look at that. Can you see all the yam inside? That's how I like it in my household. If you want the yam a bit more mashed or more red, you can always do that. You can always adjust your Thermomix. So instead of using the reverse blade, you can use the proper blade, then it's going to mash it all for you. But you see, I put this on the reverse blade because I didn't want it all mashed, and I wanted the yam in it, because that's how my household like it. They like to see the yam in it, and they like to. This is really looking very nice, very, very nice. The Thermomix gives you a very, very nice, fluffy and yummy asaro. So whether you call it yam pottage, yam porridge, asaro in the Thermomix, yeah. So someone requested to have the yam pottage in the Thermomix, so there you go. There, and I'm serving this with my goat casserole, and we can actually put all this in it. So we can take that off, and we can have this. You can see all the goodness, all the goodness. So if you have just about 1,000 grams of yam, 800 to 1,000 grams is fine to do. Just one yam and all that. Right, so we got that to serve, and I'm just going to bring out casserole dish done while the asaro was on. So that's depending on your choice. People do fry the meat and make it into a sauce, and that goes with the asaro. But with me, I like to cut down fat, so I do not fry my meat. You could use any other meat. You could use fish, whichever one that you want to take with it. So tonight we are having this with the casserole goat meat, and what I've got in here is my vegetable stock paste. For those who've watched my former videos, you know what the vegetable stock paste is. I've seasoned that with the meat, and I've got some nice peppers in it, and some nice herbs, parsley, basil, and some coriander. And this is going to go with my asaro. And I just put it into the stoneware, which is Betty, and I'm going to serve this and with the asaro with all the goodness in it. So here is my yam pottage. Oh, I love it when I see the yam in it like that. That's how my household like it. They love to see the yam in it. Oh, I love it. I love it. This is beautiful. And we're just going to help us taste this. I wish I could pass this virtually, but I can't. It's so yummy. Very, very hot. Very, very hot. Very nice. I'm going to try this good meat in the stoneware. Very nice and soft. Please don't forget to share, comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. See you soon. More coming. Stay with me. Thanks. Bye.